Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. It's time again! New makeup nonsense bingo. It's time for another round of our favorite Will I Buy It meets anti-haul meets bingo game meets drinking game. First of all, if you're new here, definitely say hi in the comments so I can welcome you in. My name is EmilyHanhan. I created the idea behind New Makeup Nonsense Bingo, and I do this video regularly in collaboration with my dear friend Teresa is Dead, along with my friend Audra at Home. We also have a big old community playlist that is linked in the description box, so I highly recommend going and taking a look at the community playlist and watching other creators doing this video, because it's not just about me, it's not just about Teresa, it's not just about Audra, although we are all fabulous and you should subscribe to all of us if you haven't already. But there is all kinds of information in the description box as well. If you're a creator and you want to do this video, please go for it, do it, make it your own, do your own glorious thing with it. How we do this thing around here is that Teresa, Audra, and I pull images that we may or may not talk about, and then kind of randomly go through and talk about the different things until we hit bingo. Because there is a wide variety of products that we might talk about, we like to show you what that might be. So I'm going to let the picks for this round roll through on screen, and you can enjoy. I'm just gonna have a little drink. I'm having a Vampiro, which is sangria and tequila. So cheers, and take a look at what I might spout off about tonight. Also, it is Friday night, and my neighbors seem to be pre-gaming along with me, so here's hoping I don't get copyright striked from the music that's in the background. On that note, the goddesses of the evening have gifted me with a product to start out with. Oh, wait. I'm also doing a different setup because this is a new space, so here's hoping that it looks decent. But the goddesses have gifted me with the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. So this is a palette that is already out in the world. It is a 20-pan palette that is inspired by all the rich, earthy tones, leafy greens, and molten shades that nature offers us. It's $15, and as I already said, it's already out now. I know I talk a lot of shit about big palettes, but this palette, ooh, this is eye candy if I have ever seen. I mean, when they sneak peeked this palette and I saw that there was colors named after greens, I was practically sold on it. I think this is a beautiful palette. It's not quite a rainbow palette, but you have blues, you have the greeny blue spectrum, the greens, and then reds and oranges. I'm very curious because the Book of Magic palette from Beauty Bay got really good reviews, but it got discontinued. I also know myself, and the purples were what I was drawn to in that palette, and it was half purple, half turquoise. Now, I'm also a clown because this palette, it's the greens that I'm drawn to, but it's only a fourth green. But let me live my clown life. I might buy it. I might. It just looks really pretty. And I think it has a nice array, and it doesn't feel like there's a bunch of neutral filler. Like there is one matte cream that I'm not so keen on, but it's otherwise real nice. Has anyone tried it? Are you familiar with the Beauty Bay formula? I'm trying to talk myself out of it. I should probably dupe the palette, but all I want is to put it on my face. That's really all I want. So we know nostalgia sells. When it's good, it's real good. It really just, I feel like we can all fall into the trap of buying something because of nostalgia. But when it's bad or just mediocre, for me, it makes me like, I'm agitated, and I am agitated about the Wet n Wild and Saved by the Bell collaboration. Maybe it's just because there was like no lead up to it. I didn't know this was coming. I didn't feel like any kind of hype. I didn't feel anything. I just saw it like land like a wet towel in my lap, and I'm like, Am I supposed to feel something? I feel like I'm supposed to feel something because I was of the era of watching of watching Saved by the Bell. I feel nothing. I feel absolutely nothing. It's available now at Ulta, and it's coming soon to Wet n Wild. The prices seem fine for Wet n Wild, but it really just feels like another makeup collab with somebody not known for their makeup, and I'm just gonna keep drinking. I don't know what it is, but there are just certain brands that just, the marketing photos just do it. And that is what's happening with this new Etude House Mint Chocolate Play Color Eyes Mint Choco Kit by Etude House. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize the name of it was like 10 words. So it's a 6-pan palette. It is $19.32 USD. Oh, you get a brush with it, and there are 6 colors. And one of the colors has a little ice cream cone imprinted on it. Another one of the colors looks like the mint chocolate chip ice cream that's sitting next to it in the marketing photo. Yes, there's a lot of neutrals in there, but there's something about the textures, both the 2 center shades that look very shimmery, very glittery. No, I don't love the top 2 shades are very much like washed out colors. But like, I love 6-pan size palettes. And it's like, dare I say, BH Cosmetics, ColourPop, I don't know, some other brand that's not terrible. Could you take this palette size and concept and do it with like more color, like a variety of color and texture? Because there's something about this palette that my eyes just keep going back to. And I know I'm fat, I know I like ice cream, but like, it's the palette, not just the marketing photos. I'm not gonna buy it, and it's like another food themed makeup product, but I don't hate it somehow. And I don't even like mint chocolate. So next up we have Ysl Essential. I just like saying French words even when I'm bad at it. They have this new line, the NU line, and it looks like it's much more minimalist. I stared at the photos for quite a while before my brain connected the dots that this was YSL. So they have a new Bare Look Skin Tint foundation for $38, a new Glow and Balm Face Priming Moisturizer for $32, blotting lotion, pore minimizer, and priming mattifier for $34, and then a complexion and a new tone corrector and complexion booster for $34, a dewy mist face spray for $36. Okay, so and everything's gonna be available August 10th. So you have like a skin tint, and then something that's glowy, something that's mattifying, something that's, I guess, color correcting. I can't tell if it's one of those color correctors that has all three colors in it, or if it's, oh no, it's in 3 shades. I'm sorry. There's rosy, green, and golden. I'm not surprised to see more and more skin tints and like tinted moisturizers and things in that variety hit the market. I'm just not. The part of me that I'm like, I don't know how I feel, is just because the packaging and presentation just doesn't scream YSL to me. And it's not that they need to fit any specific aesthetic, because who am I? Somebody that's literally never bought any of their products besides one of their oils, lip oils, when it was at TJ Maxx. So like, you see, I'm not their target market. But it doesn't feel like YSL, so I'm not really sure who's like looking at this collection or looking for this release. I think it's generally a smart release for the kinds of like skin-based products that seem to be trending, but I kind of just don't care. It's just yet another foundation release to me. Of course, if one of my faves, if one of these people that I know and love and talk about makeup come and start talking about how amazing it is, I might get interested all of a sudden, because I am a clown. But right now, excuse me while I chug before talking about this mess. I think I'm ready. So, there's a new brand out there called Vanity. Wait, what? Okay, I know, I'm literally just being a bitch right now. But this brand, their handle on Instagram is Vanity Makeup Cosmetics. That's a choice, but let's just call them Vanity. It's a new brand. And they're starting out with a palette. The Signature palette, which is a 12 shadow palette with 6 matte shadows, 3 intense shimmers, and 3 diamond sparkles. Would you like to know the price? Would you like to know the reason why I chugged my beverage? Their 12 pan palette is $95. No, I try to live by the perspective that brands can charge whatever they want, and it's the consumer's choice whether they spend their money or not. But who the fuck is Vanity Makeup Cosmetics? Because when Dame Pat McGrath started her makeup line, we knew who the fuck Pat McGrath was. When Natasha Denona started her line, you could find out about her work previously. you can show me pretty packaging and all of that all you want, but like, who the fuck are you? It's quite the choice to launch a brand with a strong and palette and charge $95 for it. I don't even hate the palette. You see, I'm struggling to say that. The palette is what it is. It's the price point that makes me go, wait a goddamn minute. We go from pricing that makes me go, I am not sure about that, to pricing that also makes me go, I'm not sure about that, in a very different way. So Glam has a collection of palettes called the Wild Heart Collection. There are, it looks like 5 palettes and eyelashes. Each palette has 12 colors in it, and they range in cost from $7.50 to $8.50. And each palette has like pixelized art for the cover. It looks like there's a wolf, a butterfly, a hummingbird, a choco fish, and a leopard. And the wolf, is it? Yeah, the wolf and the leopard have sunglasses on, because why not just fully embrace that 80s, 90s look? Okay, I don't know anything about this brand at all whatsoever. Yet I don't hate any of these palettes. I'm very confused. I mean, not all of them are for me. Like the wolf one looks interesting, but not really my color story. And so the same is for the leopard one. I don't hate it though. I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't really understand like where this brand came from or what their quality is like or anything. But drunk me might buy some of these palettes. Okay. So I have a refreshed beverage and even more fuckery. KVD has a new Mod Con liquid gel contour. So for $26 each, you get a modern, lightweight, transfer-resistant liquid gel contour to create lifelike dimension. Just because you can make the product, and just because maybe your line doesn't have the product, doesn't mean we need the product. First of all, face products in tubes like that with doe foot applicators feel like a ripoff. They also, I don't like the idea of like smearing something across my face and then putting it back in an enclosed tube. Editing Emily here. I understand that I regularly use concealers with doe foot applicators, but face products beyond concealers with these kinds of applicators are gross. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel that way, and I stand by that. I also just feel like they are trying to take an old concept and modernize it. I know people are still contouring. I get it. It's just not for me. But I feel like in terms of either the everyday person or the beauty enthusiast, I don't really see people contouring the way that they were a couple of years ago. I just think it's a shitty idea, if I'm being honest. I just think it's a bad idea. I don't really get it. I don't think it has a lot of like inspiration or brilliant idea minds behind it. Nah. I'm just gonna call it a cash grab because I don't really care otherwise. It's time. Can we talk about the biggest catfish of the last quarter? Utopian Dreams from Pat McGrath Labs. So Pat McGrath Labs has revealed their newest palette, their newest Mothership palette called Utopian Dreams. It's launching August 12th. It's the Mothership 9, and it also, with that launch, there is a launch of a Intensifies Artistry Wand, which is a mixing liquid in a pen. It's supposed to amplify sparkles, blah, 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 blah. Now, here's the thing. Let's just talk about the palette. Here's the thing. I understand that certain color stories sell. And I also understand when people love certain colors. So, am I expecting a Pat palette without pinks and without golds? No. But the brand catfished the fuck out of us, and I will die on this hill. The day they were going to reveal the palette, they posted a social media post mentioning when it was going to be revealed, and they used the words "radiate rainbows." When the fuck is a rainbow gold to orange to pink to purple to brown? Even the packaging, even just seeing the packaging, I was like, maybe we'll have like a purple matte, and then, you know, the blue to purple duochrome. Of course, we'll have some pinks, we'll have some golds. The biggest catfish. It's Divine Rose 1, Divine Rose 2, and a pop of lavender.
I hated her so much. Flames on the side of my face, heaving breaths.
Just to say, if you love the palette, if you're so interested, if you're gonna buy it, I hope you fucking love it. I truly do. I hope it is beloved in your collection. But some of us feel deceived. Speaking of another luxury queen, Charlotte Tilbury continues to give us absolutely nothing, and everyone seems to lap it up. So they have a new Super Nudes collection, 90s inspired, of course it is. They have I think it's a new Nudegasm face palette, a Super Nudes eye palette, and Super Nude lipsticks, and a double-ended eye pencil. Totally not surprised by the 90s vibes. The face palette looks like it leans a little bit cooler maybe than some of their other Nudegasm face palettes. But like the eye palette doesn't, in the marketing photo, it doesn't, this doesn't look any different than anything else they've released before. Okay? Oh, wow, I had to get that out, obviously. It doesn't look very different from anything else they've already released. If you're super excited by this, again, I hope you love it. But I'm a lot of motions tonight and less words. And I don't know what that means, but I just feel very much like, I guess if you like it, enjoy it, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I feel like we're in this like luxe lineup right now. So Shantakai has a new release for fall 2021, the luminescent eye shades in India's vanishing species. So there are two colors. There is the leopard, which is a wild bronze, and the tiger, a regal emerald. So these are single eyeshadows that have beautiful photographic covers of the tiger and the leopard it's like a single eyeshadow. It is a single eyeshadow. Shantakai, one day, I will be bougie enough for you. Or I will be reckless enough to spend the money. These look beautiful, but like, having trouble saying this because it's $59 for a single eyeshadow in a compact. I know. I fucking roasted Hourglass last New Makeup Nonsense Bingo. I demolished them to a crisp. I don't have any excuses. I'm not saying I want these eyeshadows. I'm not saying it's fucking worth it. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying anything because I don't know how. Here's what I will say. Shantakai convinces me of their luxury status. They just do. Hourglass, not so much. They don't even feel comparable in my head. But they're both up to some nonsense. This is like pretty embossing, pretty packaging, very basic makeup, and I think I don't have anything inventive to say or to roast like I did last time, so I'm just getting drunker. Okay, the way I was about to yell into the camera, Makeup Revolution, go away! This is not Makeup Revolution. Profusion has a new collaboration with Mean Girls. I'm so confused. They just did a collaboration with Hip Dot, and both of these have been terrible. Okay. They have this giant palette that I don't know how much it is, and then they have 9-pan palettes, property of Regina George and property of Gretchen Wieners. One is like neutral with pink and one is neutral with turquoise. And then they have a face palette, Uoma and Choco, and like lip kits, and they have a mirror and brushes, and you're like a really pretty makeup bag and a cell phone of some sort. I guess it's the container that holds the brushes. But I think the reason why I thought it was Makeup Revolution is the giant palette that they have. That I guess is the Burn Book. Okay, here's also the part where I hate myself. I hate myself. I have heard that Profusion actually has some good palettes, like the green palette and some of the other colorful palettes. And there is part of me that's like, would this be like a drugstore version of the Glam Like Cake palette? And should I try to buy it to find out? You hate big palettes! Stop it! So this is a thing, this collaboration. I really don't know how to feel. Because I'm assuming that some of the pretty colors in that big palette are glitters. But like the matte shades, it's a rainbow palette. It's a rainbow palette, Emily. It's a rainbow palette. Step away from the giant Profusion palette. Step away. But also I'm curious. Okay. It's the time of the video again where we talk about ColourPop. You know, it's that time. So ColourPop has released a nude collection. It's available now. There are 6 eyeshadow quads that are $9 each and 4 blush quads that are $12 each. And all of the eyeshadow quads are matte. So there's different neutral quads, and some of them look like different tones, different depths, blah blah blah. And then the face palettes look like they are like, I would say, a highlighter, a bronzer, and 2 blushes. I don't hate them. Yes, I said I don't hate a ColourPop release. I still... If ColourPop did a build your own face quad, I would buy it. I would make one with a highlighter and 3 blushes. I would probably buy it. I'm gonna say probably. Because I don't hate the look of their packaging. And I love blushes and highlights. I don't need more bronzers for me personally. And I feel like they're missing a huge market of being able to build your own face palettes. Okay, I'm not begging ColourPop for anything because ColourPop is going to do what they want to do. But like, you know, if you happen to be listening and you would like to win somebody back, this might work. It might work. But the neutral matte bullshit I don't care about. But like, okay, fine, whatever. It's all about the face palettes for me.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Hey, everyone. There is no makeup or perfume or skincare that is better than sex. If you truly believe that, you might be asexual or sex repulsed. That's totally fine. But don't listen to the marketing. Too Faced is attempting to step into the perfume world with a better than sex eau de parfum. It's a modern love potion for women and men that is $105. Now, I don't know shit about the perfume market, so like that price point might not be bad. It might be totally reasonable. I don't care. Because I'm not giving Too Faced $105 for eau de parfum. So here's the thing. I feel like a lot of us have been saying how we're kind of annoyed by or over the whole celebrities invading the makeup space and skincare space by launching their own brands when they really don't know anything that they're doing. And I feel like a lot of us were like, we miss the days when celebrities would just have perfumes and like call it a day. And these brands have decided, oh, you miss perfumes? Oh, we can make perfumes too. And I'm like, you weren't listening. You didn't. Okay. You're not going to listen to us. Okay. I have a question for everyone. Is there a certain color or family of colors that no matter what you do, when you see those in an eyeshadow palette, you're hooked? I saw this new palette from Ysl Cosmetics. It's already launched. It's the Not Normal palette. I saw that greenish yellow, the green, the yellow, and the light green. And I was like, I need it! I need it! And for some reason I had to slap my phone while saying that. But it's a 12-pan palette. And I freaked out over a third of it. I don't need it. I do want it, but I don't. I actually don't want it. But it's I guess there if you wanted it. There's definitely something about it that feels special and new. At the same time, it kind of just feels like same shit, new packaging. Yes, that was my arm fat hitting my stomach fat. You're welcome. Anyway, the swatches tempt me. But I'm going to try to stay strong and say it's same shit, different packaging. Because that's kind of what I feel like Ysl Cosmetics does. Hi, hello. Can we talk about a brand that I want to dye? Can we? You're not going to be surprised by this at all. Kylie Cosmetics. So I guess Kylie is turning 24 and has decided that it's going to be a 24K birthday with a 24K birthday collection. It's available August 10th, and there is a highlighter and a body glow. And I'm guessing the body glow just has one color, because why would they care? It's the highlighter. It's the highlighter for me, because as much love as Fenty had at its launch, I feel like they had a pretty equal hate. And Trophy Wife got a lot of hate. And I think it got a lot of hate because it got a lot of love. But realistically, it was just a gold highlighter. I don't get the hype on that color in particular, but it wasn't made for me. But I look at this 24 karat highlighter from Kylie and I'm like, so you took Fenty Trophy Wife and you put an embossment of 24 in the pan. Cool. I'm glad that the Kardashian Jenners have just continued their pattern of stealing from Black people and Black culture. I'm glad that self-made billionaire is, continuing to make more money off of that. I don't know about anyone else, but that is a brand that I wish would die. Just close up shop, end it, leave the internet, never to be seen again. That would be nice. But that doesn't seem to be a thing that's going to happen anytime soon. So I'm just going to take the bingo and stop talking about them because they don't deserve my breath. So yeah, that's yet another edition of New Makeup Nonsense Bingo. As I said earlier, I feel like I was a lot of hand motions, body motions, gestures, and maybe less actual thoughts and feelings, but I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. If you enjoyed this, if you like somebody with lots of opinions, if you like a refrigerator that stops making noise right as you're about to fucking finish your video, I would love for you to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Perhaps check out my Patreon or YouTube membership. Or just leave me a comment. Leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All of it is welcome. Let me know your thoughts. Is there anything that I was totally trashing that you are super interested in? Or vice versa? Let me know. And don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday. Because you are worth it. Bye, friends.